Tonight, two great backcourts facing off. Brad, how often do you get caught up in a showdown with another guard?
Well, for me, it didn't happen all that much, Kevin, unless I was playing John Barry. Now I got fired
up.
I
get you. I
think it's amazing when you have these matchups during the regular season and you look at maybe the rhythm of some of these guys coming into the game. Elite point guards, they have the ball in their hands. Sometimes they get caught up in that mano-a-mano duel. And as a two guard or somebody else playing with that player, it's really fun to watch.
You got to check yourself, though, don't you? You got to stay within the bounds.
Oh, there's no doubt that you still want to win the basketball game, but there are moments and minutes where their talent takes over, and that's when the show begins.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Setting the floor for the Warriors. We've got Draymond Green. Steph Curry's out there with Russell. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 spot.
Well, that's a refreshing workman's approach to the game. Davis there beats everyone on the rebound and then finishes strong.
Russell passes to Thompson. Back to Russell. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Russell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The Jazz have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Conley inside the line. Utah gets it back. Davis kicks to Bogdanovich. Russell against Mitchell. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And it's Davis finishing it off.
The go-go gadget arms of Davis allows him to dunk from anywhere within a few feet of the basket.
And for the most part, when Bogdanovich is out on the floor, he's there to do one thing, shoot.
And I tell you what, when you can shoot like that, that's all you need to do. Great catch-and-shoot player who can stretch the defense. You cannot leave him alone. And really, his presence frees up so much for his teammates on the floor.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw this game.
And take a look back at last season, and what a season it was for them from the free throw line. 82% as a group.
Free throw, no good for Green.
Amazing to think about Draymond Green and the career arc he's had thus far. He really can guard any position on the floor. He can make plays. Really a unique talent.
6 on the shot clock. Davis dishes to Bogdanovich. Over Thompson. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And I ask you, what can you do? This guy is a phenomenal decision maker.
It's stolen by Gobert. And now Utah, fast break. It's tipped and stolen by Russell. Here we go, one-on-one. Knocks it loose. Green finds Curry. 1:30 left in the first quarter of the game. 5 to shoot. Here's Thompson. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And Green with the basket on the assist by Thompson.
Man, we see this so many times. The defense so concerned with Klay Thompson's shooting ability that he's able to burn them with moving the ball.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
Draymond Green, the 35th pick. Wow, imagine that, back in 2012, and overlooked as maybe not having a position, maybe being too small. I don't think his coach at Michigan State would have said any of those things about the versatility and the blueprint that was ideal for the Golden State Warriors to put him into this lineup with these great shooters.
Green is checked in for Utah. Joe Ingles comes in for Bogdanovich. Different look here for the Warriors. Kevon Looney is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Jerebko comes in for Green. Burks, he's checked in for Russell. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And they call an illegal screen here. And we'd seen the rise of the spread four, but Green is something altogether different.
Yeah, he's not a catch-and-shoot four-man. He's more of a skilled four-man, rebounding the ball, pushing it up on the break. Steve Kerr likes to use him in the offense as the conduit at the top of the key. He can attack a closeout, get into the rim, can throw lobs to guys on the inside. Just the things that he does can punish a defense with how versatile he is.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his first foul. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Mitchell passes to Green. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. And it's Livingston with the ball for Golden State. Leading by 5. Thompson outside. Shoots the 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. It's stolen by Jerebko. And then Jerebko with the dunk.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
When you're playing from behind, you cannot let your opponent have things that are that easy. And that was easy.
Green misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Like the tactics on defense there, refusing to give the shooter the easy layup at the rim.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And they're making sure on this one, even though it may not matter in the grand scheme, but the replay process is faster than ever. You know, why not?
And they're keeping the call as is. It was close, but he had not released it before the clock had expired.
Yeah, still better safe than sorry. I think they did the right thing to take another look at it. And if it's so...
And so it's the Golden State Warriors heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. We've got more in store for you.
The ups and downs of injuries and early...
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
A huge fan of how they have rotated here defensively, been able to challenge multiple shots.
And if you're rotating like that, it's got to be a great line of communication between all 5 guys. You see that reflected on the scores. All that trust showing up with the lead.
Mitchell and Ingles are out in the wings. Green is out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the guard position. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Jazz had to weather the loss of Gordon Hayward, so they need to play together to have success. Coach Quinn Snyder said, we expect guys to put the team in front of themselves and support each other. Our strength isn't in one guy. We need each other. Kevin?
David, one thing for sure, they come to play almost every game. Thank you. Over the last decade or so, a huge transformation, Brent, in the way games are played. Do you see any additional changes on the horizon?
I wonder if the league will think about, and I think it'd be interesting, if they had a three-point line that just disintegrated into the sideline. We have the split, and we have the archway, right? We go down the sidelines. It'd be really interesting if the league, maybe in Summer League, experimented with the three-point line being equidistant the whole way around.
And going right out of bounds.
Yeah, so right out of bounds, it eliminates the corner three. It would impact the way you would defend the corner shot, because now it doesn't have a value of 3. 1 point more for a shorter shot seems to be a little unfair as it is, and we know it's the most valuable shot in basketball.
There's no doubt.
But I wonder how that would look, and maybe Adam Silver and the committee will look at a Summer League where the three-point line just disappears in the sideline, eliminating the corner three.
Bogdanovich is checked in for Mitchell.
And sometimes you just want a reminder of what our objectives are tonight.
Yeah, get everyone on the same page and point it in the right direction.
Curry kicks to Cauley-Stein. Rebound, Utah.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Outside Conley for 3. Klay Thompson grabs the miss. Warriors leading by 6. Left side Curry. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Curry's got 5.
Steph burning you on the inside is not part of the game plan. It's almost pick your poison trying to guard him. But Klay Thompson, another one of those sons of former players. I wonder what that's like. Michael Thompson, his dad, the #1 overall pick many years ago, and Clay had the ball in his hands, obviously, at a very young age, and he taught the shooting form to Clay, which looks pretty perfected at this point.
And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here.
Playing with lots of energy here, trying to cause turnovers.
Yeah, even though he doesn't come up with the steal, that kind of deflection will disrupt the rhythm of this offensive possession.
Here's Gobert. It's stolen by Green. Here's Thompson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
There's a lot of guards in this league that have a difficult time with the size of Klay Thompson. He uses it to his advantage to get those kind of calls.
And despite all the encouragement from his father, Klay said he didn't envision a pro career until late in college.
Well, he certainly wasn't a top recruit coming out of high school. So here's a little trivia for you, Kevin. Alongside Luke Walton and his father, Big Red Bill Walton, Klay and Michael Thompson, the only father-son NBA duo with multiple titles apiece. I just got one.
And Utah making a change here. Houtier is checked in. Klay Thompson came into this NBA with a well-earned reputation as a shooter, Brent, but did you ever think he'd become such a potent defender?
I think it's something that he's worked very hard on, and his ability to cross-match. In the early part of his career, you know, Klay Thompson had to take the better scoring of the guards on those nights. It's shifted back, and Klay Thompson is a more well-rounded understanding not only of what he can do defensively, but more of what the opponents that he faces on a nightly basis are trying to do against him.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Cauley Stein kicks to Curry. Russell feeling it out a bit. Just 5 to shoot. Passes it to Green.
Well, there are good fouls, and then there's those fouls. That's not a good one. Limits himself on defense, and he can't nearly be as physical for the rest of the period.
The Warriors have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game.
And Draymond Green, an extremely vocal leader. He's in his teammates' ears, always trying to keep them on edge. Also in his opponents' ears as well. And then there's the officials. He tends to like to get in their ears as well.
Ingles can't get it to go. Warriors leading by 10. Lets a floater go, and Green with the lay-in. Green's got 4 this quarter.
Wow, how about Draymond on the floater there?
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Curry finds Green. Back to Curry. That shot missing, and Utah the other way now. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Bogdanovich. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And I tell you, Bogdanovich is crafty inside. Knows how to get under the skin of the defense there and forces them to foul.
First free throw is good. So he gets them both.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
Curry attacking. It's rebounded by Udo. Bogdanovich left side. Good on the bucket. Bogdanovich has got 8 points.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Curry fires from way outside. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. Looking good at this point, but wanting more.
Kevin, thank you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, Hoop fans. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They have an 8-point lead. Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, one thing that stands out is how few turnovers they had. The offense looked in control. They were making nice passes, moving the ball, setting screens. The confidence just seemed to build, and the lead did too. They were very...
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Klay Thompson has been sensational.
And in that first half, something we don't see a lot of from him, the ability to make everyone around him better.
Yeah, that's not really his forte, Greg. Unselfish play.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Brent, we've got great dunkers now, but you played at a time when there were sensational dunkers in the NBA.
Yeah, I saw a lot of guys go over the top of me.
Including yourself.
Too kind. Here's your money. Kevin, I think about those old, and we remember these, the old VHS tapes where we used to get like the dunk highlight tapes. Those are still so fresh in my mind.
Dr. J.
Dominique Wilkins over the top. MJ over everybody.
Young Vince Carter.
Kenny Skywalker. I mean, just the list goes on and on. But the best in-game dunker, I think it's pretty unanimous that Vince Carter still holds the title.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half, we've got Alec Burks. Angelo Russell out there with Curry. And there's Jerebko. And it's Looney in at the center position. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, as we know, Rudy Gobert is a 7-footer with an aggressive mentality. He said some guys don't have pride, but I do. Sometimes too much. Quinn Snyder said he gets angry, which I like. Whatever kind of stereotypes Americans have about the French, they don't apply. Not to him anyway, guys.
Thank you, GA. He is indeed a fiery competitor.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless. And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And the Jazz call time here.
Now, last season's championship round, the 4th straight time that the Warriors faced off with the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's the first time in North American sporting history that has ever happened in the major 4 sports. And once again, the Golden State Warriors brought the trophy back to the Bay Area.
For the Jazz, Gobert, he's checked in for Utah. Joe Ingles comes in for Green, and it's Mike Conley in for Royce O'Neal. Jazz trail by 12. Brent, next to the 1975 banner, the Warriors unfurling yet another championship banner. And when you look at the journey for this franchise, Brent, what comes to mind?
Well, I think about how many things for them just lined up perfectly, Kevin. The general manager being from the Bay Area, being in tune with what goes on in the city, and then the timing of the decision for Steve Kerr to be choosing between joining the New York Knicks and him choosing not the East Coast, but the West Coast to build this empire. It's been pretty remarkable ever since those decisions were made, what the Warriors have built around the NBA game with those 2 guys in place.
For Utah, they've gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Conley against Thompson. Takes it from 10. That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Conley. Golden State's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game. Russell kicks it to Looney. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And the 3 off target. Curry with the steal, and there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Golden State. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Kevon Looney. Green comes in for Jerebko. And it's Livingston in for Russell. And finished off by Conley.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover. He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's covered by Livingston. Mitchell right side. Shot clock at 6. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Conley's shot is off.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Utah calls timeout. Klay Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The defense has to take the ball out of his hands. He's just knocking down every three-pointer he takes right now.
Going with an almost entirely new group here. Udo's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Davis comes in for Joe Ingles. Royce O'Neal's checked in for Bogdanovich. And it's Moutier in for Donovan Mitchell. Alec Burks checked in for Golden State. Moutier pass to Udo. Inside shot. And the shot goes in.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Conley against Curry. There's 25 seconds left in the third. To the left wing. Now here's Livingston. Not a lot of room. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
If they can just hold this now for the last shot.
Right, no need to give the ball back here. Run the clock down, be patient, and run a decent play.
And here's Conley outside. And he's good on the three ball. And now just a 5-point Warrior lead.
And he'll keep the D honest with his three-point shooting. And when Conley's got that shot falling, it makes him much more effective.
The third quarter comes to a close. Warriors lead by 5. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
3 tenths quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Davis is out there with O'Neal. Then it's Moutier. Then there's Udo. And it's Conley in at the point guard. That's the group right now for Utah.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Livingston dishes to Cauley-Stein. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Well, Greg, and Willie Cauley-Stein, a live-wire 7-footer.
I mean, he's got great foot speed for his size. I just like to see him really become more aggressive offensively and try to improve that skill set. But his mobility is so desirable in today's game.
And Utah making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. And Golden State also making a change. D'Angelo Russell's checked in for Sean Livingston. Here's Curry. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Davis. Jazz trail by 4. Fires at the elbow. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
Here's Udo. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet.
And at full speed, he still has the wherewithal to get himself in good position.
Yeah, the snap decisions right there, reading the situation on the move and then making the right choice.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. Bogdanovich is checked in for Utah. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch the message Steve Kerr gave to his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game.
And after all that time,
finally, they've been able to tie it up here in the fourth quarter. What a comeback and what a finish we have in store.
It's amazing to think of what they've done here, being behind so long. Now they have a legitimate chance to win this thing.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Jazz have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. The pass to Davis, and they double up Davis. Udo kicks to Bogdanovich, and the Jazz another 3.
And you just have to admire that aggressive nature of Bogdanovich. He's just itching to pull the trigger as soon as the ball hits his hand.
Cauley-Stein finds Curry, stolen by Conley. And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Kevon Looney is checked in for Cauley-Stein. And it's Utah's ball. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Mitchell against Russell.
Yeah, that's got them over the limit with a lot of time still left. They're going to have to tone it down or they may end up giving up a lot of free throws here.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Perfect from the line. It's now a 2-possession game.
Conley against Curry. Outside Russell. Right side Green. Green draws the double. Looney passes to Curry. Over Conley. Curry's shot is good.
And none better. Steph stepping up. What a great feel for the moment. Steph Curry. Bingo.
They double-team Conley. It's stolen by Green. Thompson passes to Looney. Back to Thompson. Pass to Curry. Utah with the rebound. On offense, here are the Jazz. They're on an 11-2 run. Conley dishes to Davis. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
A 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Davis still trying to gain the consistency he needs to fulfill his potential.
Russell with a wide open look. It's good. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Oh, shocking there. That one's amazing.
Well, you play your heart out all night long, and then just 1 or 2 shots at the end decide the outcome.
And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Nails the tray.
And Bogdanovich, he's a seasoned veteran, comfortable having the rock in his hands when it's a big possession. Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Conley scanning the floor. Shot clock at 5. Back to Udo. Oh, wow. Unable to get a shot off in time, and they turn it over. A very unfortunate time there to pick up a shot clock violation. Timeout called the Warriors. They're trailing by 1. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Bojan Bogdanovich.
Sensational game for him in terms of shooting efficiency. He's taken nothing but high percentage shots. That's how he's managed to hit over 60% from the field. I mean, making just about everything he's looked at.
To take the lead, Thompson. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's Utah who scraped by with the win. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal it.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Rudy. This is a defense-first team, and you picked it up in the second half. What changes did you make at the half?
I feel like we weren't focused in the first half defensively, and we just have to come back and communicate and just be focused, and that's what we did.
Attention to detail, Rudy. Thanks.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brett Barry, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.